Hi, welcome to our screencast where we're going to be doing long division. Now, you've been doing division, but now we're going to make it a little longer and there's a few extra steps to follow, so make sure to follow along carefully. If you have questions or are confused, pause the video, rewind it, ask a friend, ask myself, ask questions. Make sure that you feel comfortable with it. So, what we are going to do first is we're going to look at this set of numbers. We've got 237 divided by 2. This large number that we're dividing, we call it the dividend. That's just what we call it. The smaller number is the divisor. And when we're doing long division, you're going to have to put them in what I think of as a little house. So we draw like this house, and what goes inside this house is the dividend. So this large number always goes inside that house. Next, I take my divisor and I put it on the outside. Like so. So I've got 237 divided by 2. And I've got my divisor on the outside and my dividend on the inside. Okay, now what I want to do first is follow this set of steps. So I'll put the set of steps here so you can follow along. Oops, and I think I just clicked out of our tutorial. There we go. Okay, like I said, I'm trying to figure all of this out a little bit. So excuse my technical difficulties. Okay, so our steps for long division are first you divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. And I'll show you exactly what that means. So what you're going to do first is you're going to divide. So you're going to divide this 2 and that 2. Okay? So if we look, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Right? That's just a crooked one. Okay, so now I've divided. Boom, I'm done. Now I'm going to multiply. So now I do 1, this number here, times this 2 here. So 1 times 2 is 2. So I multiply. Okay, now my next step says to subtract. So I'm going to subtract this set of numbers here, these 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. We can figure that out. Okay, so I've subtracted. Now I'm going to bring down. So this is the part where you bring down the next number. So for example, I'm going to bring this 3 all the way down. So I'm going to do 3. Okay, and now I'm going to repeat this whole process. So what I mean by repeating is now I'm going to start and I'm going to divide all over again. So I'm going to divide this set of numbers. I'm going to do 2 or 3 divided by 2. So how many times can 2 go into 3 without going over that number? So let's see, I can go, if I do 2 times, that'd be 2, 4, that's too much. So I can just do 1 time because 2 goes into 3 1 time without going over that number. Now I'm going to do 1 times 2, right? Because I've divided, whoops, I skipped a step. So I've divided. Now I'm going to multiply this orange 1 times this blue 2. Multiplying. Now I'm going to subtract. So I will subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, and then I'm going to bring down if I have anything left to bring down, which I do. So we left off where we bring down, so I bring down this next number, this 7. Bring it all the way down. Okay, so I've got 7. Now I divide. Okay, so I divide. 2 goes into 17. How many times? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16. So 2 times 8. So, okay, so then 2 goes into 17 8 times. So I've divided. Now I gotta multiply. 8 times 2 is 16 here. Oops, wrote it kind of big. Now I've multiplied. Now I subtract. 17 minus 16 is 1. Now it says to bring down and repeat, but I have no other numbers to bring down. But I am left with this number 1 here, and what I have to do is put an R, because that's what I have left, a remainder of 1. So whenever you have something left over, we just call it a remainder of 1. So my answer here would be 118 remainder, what I have left over of 1. So like I said, if you have questions or are confused, make sure to rewind, fast forward, or ask a friend or myself. Thanks, and I hope to see you soon in our next tutorial. Bye-bye.